Hi everyone, I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Court of Larry, and he's sponsoring this for Claire. And here's Claire's story. Hi Ollie, unfortunately I need someone generous to donate for me. It's Claire. You did a video for me last May called The Narcissist Knows They're Lying from the Get-Go. It's been a quiet few years. We are 4.5 years no contact from the narcissistic mother-in-law and golden child, as well as all her family. We have not heard a peep for a very, very long time, perhaps 2 years or more. The only contact in the last 2 years was a text on my husband's 30th birthday last October. It came from the narcissist mother-in-law. It said, to dear husband's name, I will not be by your side celebrating your special day with you, but I want you to know that I'm thinking of you and wishing you a wonderful 30th birthday. Love always. Yuck. You talk about the narcissist never giving up and that they'll never stop. What happened here? We heard via the grapevine that the golden child had a daughter last year. It stunned us. The golden child has always talked about her hatred of children, doesn't like being around kids or holding babies. I feel sorry for that baby. I'll tell you what's going on. When you remove yourself, when the black sheep removes themselves from the narcissistic family dynamic, what happens? The golden child becomes the black sheep. And in doing so, they actually start doing what the black sheep was doing, having kids to replace the ones, because now the golden child is now in please mode for survival. I realize you haven't heard from them in 2 years, but you haven't heard the last of them. That's for damn sure. Does this mean that my husband and 2 children are free? No. No, it doesn't. Because the woman never wanted to have kids to begin with. So eventually the sister, and I would look for the sister to be the one to eventually reach out and be like, I can't take this anymore. I understand. Don't take the bait. Don't take the bait, because it's always a trap. It's always a trap to suck you back in and to get you to take your rightful place, your husband's rightful place as scapegoat. This is what happens when you go no contact. All the supply will be coming from the little girl, and we haven't heard from anyone. When we were in contact with the narc and our daughter was born, she would do the big grandmother scene in front of people, but not come to our house. I have to wonder how she's treating this one. The wonder comes from concern for the child being brought up in the narcissistic cult that is this Dutch family, not from wanting to be in its life. We are still in contact with my father-in-law, who divorced the narcissist over 10 years ago. He is very non-confrontational and runs from drama, and so we found it unsurprising that he never mentioned that he has a new grandchild, born nearly a year ago. He is marrying another narcissist in August. She was always very nice to us, apart from being fairly opinionated. Somehow she has managed to get my over 50-year-old father-in-law to have 2 more children. And that's when the narcissism reared its ugly head with comments like, he was never ready to be a father when your husband was born, but he's ready now. Who says something like that? I don't want to have to break this. I'm going to have to break this to you and your husband, but your husband's father, your father, and this is to your husband, your father is a covert narcissist. He wasn't an enabler. He's not a victim of this. He's not non-confrontational. He is the covert narcissist pulling all the strings. That isn't her words, that's his words. He said that to her. He said that to her. That's something he told her. Why? Because he's looking to hide behind another overt narcissist so he can covertly pull the strings behind the scenes. And if he has to have more children to do it, then so be it. So be it. And this leads into the baby boom. They won't stop having kids either, the baby boomer generation. They won't stop. They keep having kids. They're hanging on for dear life. I saw a story with one of where they're buying baby's blood for $8,000. It was in the Guardian. I'm going to do a story on that. Like, this is what the baby boomers do. Your father's not an innocent victim in any of this. It's been a big adjustment for my husband as we have diminished contact now due to distance, and that the father-in-law is always busy with his new kids, as his bride-to-be is incredibly lazy. We are very concerned with the upcoming wedding. My husband and the golden child are in the wedding party. It will be the first time they've seen each other in 3.5 years. We managed to avoid speaking to her when we were at a family function 3.5 years ago, but my husband will have to speak to her on the wedding day at some point, I imagine. My father-in-law has told us he doesn't expect us to be friendly. He just wants us all to be civil. We would never make a scene at the wedding. When my father-in-law asked my husband to be in the wedding, he mentioned that the golden child had also been asked to be a bridesmaid. My husband still agreed to being the best man. His sister, the golden child, wouldn't give an answer until she knew what my husband was doing. All these years, no contact, and she's still playing games. She has agreed to be in the wedding, so why not give an answer initially? We find this very confusing because, like I said, this goes back to why she had the kid. It's the same type of thinking to why she had the kid after hating, because she's trying to emulate somebody she supposedly hates. If she won't make a decision until she knew what he was doing, and the decision, once she found out he was in, she was in, I mean, come on. What's the point of holding off then? If he wouldn't have gone, then what? If they have a problem with each other and she has a problem with him, he has a problem with her, what was the choice about? And this again points directly back to the father again. Because he's allowing this shit to happen. The father should have been like, what's the problem here? Why can't you give me an answer? Because if he's in, if your husband's in and she's in, and that's the way, then what was the point of holding off? If he was out, she would have been out. Why? It doesn't even make any sense. And shame on the father for allowing it. Because he likes to set up the drama. The more chaos, the overt hiding as the enabler can cause, the easier it is for them to hide in that fashion. The bride-to-be has let her narcissism fall out with all the wedding preparation. It's a very small wedding with a huge budget. My husband had to try on the suit and show it off via Skype. It was purchased and posted to us as they wouldn't wait for us to come down to the city to do a fitting. The bride yelled at my husband that he's not to do anything wrong on the day. No stupid poses or faces. He needs to be clean shaven and lose some weight. There are so many issues with those requests. First of all, he never did anything stupid on our wedding day, so why would he embarrass his father? He has had a beard for 7 years. Why would he shave it for the bride? And he really has no weight to lose. Maybe a tiny bit of belly fat. As a firefighter, he is classed as overweight, but he's pretty much all muscle. He's tall and solid. It's a harsh statement coming from someone obese like the bride. I'm very concerned with seeing the golden child in August. She disgusts me. She has a high baby voice, is petite and attractive, and people find her incredibly sweet and likable. I'm very glad that I have the ability to smile and be nice to someone's face and contain the rage because the wedding day is going to be intense. Any tips on facing the abuser would be appreciated. There will be more situations in the near future where we will not have to face the golden child, but the narcissistic mother-in-law as well. She is so much worse. The golden child hides behind text but won't confront you to your face, whereas the narcissist will do the big crocodile tears public scene. Thanks for all your help, Ollie. Claire. Now that I think about this more, I don't think the sister would attack you at the wedding. I think the sister would try to befriend you at the wedding. That's why she wanted to wait to find out if your husband was going to be there. She's not going to try to attack him. She's going to try to befriend him. Okay? Because she's had to take over his life, and I guarantee you it's all falling apart over there. So don't be surprised if she comes all nicey nice at you with tales of woe of dealing with the parents. Don't be surprised if that happens. I think that's more likely than an attack, quite frankly. If either happened, though, all you do is you just walk away. You and your husband have to just be prepared. The second the comment is made, you just turn and walk away. You don't address it. You don't look at, I'm talking about an aggressive comment. Any aggressive comment, you just turn and walk away. Go to the bar, go physically remove, just immediately. Boom, boom. You don't deal with it. If she comes at you with the nice tales of woe, trying to commiserate, that is a trap. That is a setup. Do not buy it. Now, in order to avoid the freak out, what I would do is I would just stand there and listen. And I wouldn't acknowledge it. I wouldn't give any feedback back on it. I wouldn't say, yeah, now you know. Just be like, that's terrible. That's terrible. Well, nice talking to you. And leave it at that. If she tries to exchange any type of, no, we're not there. We're not there. We're here. It's not about us. It's about this wedding. And I would leave it at that. But you better be prepared for the Hoover back in, so you guys can take, your husband can take his rightful spot as the golden child. Because why else would she wait to know he's going to be in the wedding before accepting to do it herself? That makes 0 sense. After that much no contact, 0 sense. So I hope that helps. Thank you to Court of Larry for sponsoring the story. Thank you to Claire for sending it in. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comments section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up a Skype chat, phone call, have a private video made, Facebook chat, or you'd like to sponsor a video for someone who can't afford one, or just sponsor the channel in general, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. And if you're still unclear, wait for the instructional video link to pop up at the end of this video to walk you through all of that. Please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance. Take care. Bye.